Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to City Skylines Natural Disasters. I hope you're having a wonderful day because Pepper Lake is actually having a pretty great time at the moment, which is beautiful news because this scenario, Tornado Country, is going to take a while. If, for some reason, this is your first time watching, then it's worth noting that we need a population of 260,000. We need to have 20,000 full lifespans lived in the city, and we need to have over 1 million money. And we need to make sure we don't go less than minus 30,000 or we lose. So, yeah, that's gonna be taking a while. The million money might be a little bit easier than any of the other criteria for victory, but we certainly are going to be taking a little bit of time to get the rest of them. As for today, there are a couple of orders of business I would like to get to. Number one is expanding into the space just over here on the right and filling it up with a bunch of residential zoning and possibly a couple of offices as well. And I'd also like to look in and see the possibility of continuing this way a little bit. Just over here with some more roads that'll connect around to this area over here. I think that could be a great idea. Unfortunately, that area has a ruddy big hill on it. So we're gonna need to do something about that. Unfortunately, we also have a bunch of soil collected. So, yeah, we're going to want to just dump a bunch of that off, and I think I'll just dump it over there. Now, obviously, it's going to be a bit expensive to do this landscaping, and it's a little bit silly to be landscaping in that area. I'm probably going to expand into at some point, but if I can go ahead and just sort of flatten this land, that's going to really make my life a lot easier. So doing that means I can absolutely go in there and expand some roads across, which is going to be a great thing. So there we go. Obviously a lot of money to do that, but it's going to make my life so much easier. Now let's go ahead and expand over here a little bit. I want to go ahead and first off upgrade this road here to be tree lined, just like so. And then I want to get the 6-lane avenue and go about 40 units that way. And we'll go 40 units here in the middle as well. And we'll go 40 units just there as well. Then connect up the end with some avenue. And then basically we fill that space in with a bunch of roads. Very similar pattern to what we're going to do, what we've done over here, rather. So, if we get ourselves some regular roads, we want to have a little bit of an overlap in the zoning just down here. And a little bit of an overlap in the zoning just up there. And then for these bits of road, we don't want any overlapping zoning. So that needs to move to there. Alright. Then we do exactly the same thing down here. One little bit of overlap there for the avenue and a little bit of overlap there at the bottom. And then we don't want the overlap in the middle. And what that does is gives us a nice amount of space for all of that residential zoning that we're going to be needing. And I'm pretty sure that we can get a couple of parks down here, just looking at that. We can get a park there and a park there. But yeah, that one's not going to work, so that's fine. We're going to just put a road in there, I think. And we'll make that one completely dense with zoning. So it's kind of mirrored what we've done. This one has a park, this one has a park, this one's got zoning, this one's got zoning. That's fine. Now let's go ahead and, for one, go ahead and do this. Because that zoning was being a bit weird last time. I don't know what's changed. I don't know why I can zone in those spaces all of a sudden, but I can, so I will. And then we need to put a pedestrian path just along that bit. And along that bit. Then I want a pedestrian path going there. And there. And that looks fine to me. Obviously gonna need to get some pipes in there too. So let's just run a pipe to there. Let's run a pipe up to there and in like that. We're gonna want to run one up to there as well and just connect them at the end. So that everybody on the outskirts is gonna have some precious water. And then up through the middle as well, we are gonna want to do a couple of pipes. So let's go like that and like that. Beautiful. That's exactly what we needed. Now let's go ahead and see what kind of zoning we can have in here. Now it is being a bit weird, the zones along that bit and along that bit too. So let's just, well, let's get some services in. So let's do a crematorium there. And let's also do a crematorium there. Let's get a fire department building just there. And let's get a police station just there. And that is actually making the zoning work. So I'm going to use a cheap little park like that just to place along there a couple of times. Which for some reason has fixed that zoning. So we'll have to do similar on this side as well. Like that. Okay. And that fixed it. Okay, that's perfect. Let's go ahead and get the high density residential zoning that we're going to want. And I want it there. And all along there. And in all of those spaces too. And I think what I'll do, just because we have the demand, is I'll put a little bit of office zoning there in the middle. And we could put a little bit of commercial in the middle of that one. But we'll leave it as is for the time being. I think that totally works there. And whilst that's building up, I want to go ahead and I want to look into a method to get people moving from this area over here up to here. So what we'll do is take a road out, let's see, 20 units. Let's see, hold on. 20 units just there. Ooh, okay. We're a grand city, that's fine. Let me just make sure I'm doing this right. I think I am. I think I am. Hold on. Let me get to the proper height there. Let me go 10 units on this one and up to that height. Just like that. And then let me go 20 on this one. Although if I go, I'll go 10 first like that and then another 10 at that height. That's possibly a bit much though. Because I want to have these roads kind of close together like this. But this is basically going to be a giant highway. And the problem is it wants to do that bridge thing there, which looks kind of silly. Right, let's do that for the time being. And let's go 10 units to there and 10 units to there. And I guess that's going to have to do, because what I want to do is I want to turn this into a one-way road that goes into that area. So 3 of those lanes turn left, 3 of them go straight on. Then this is a one-way road that goes out of that area. That I think we can then curve them around and basically connect them over there. Have I done something wrong there? I have. There we go. So yeah, basically we have a one-way road that's going to go like this over here. So up to 12 there. And then that's going to come straight across. In fact, I can probably do this right away. Let's get that to the water's edge. And let's go straight across to there. And then that's the one that's going in. So what we want to do is bring it the whole way across. And this is okay doing it like a big square. Because this whole area is going to be filled out eventually anyway. So this is going to just end up being like a giant highway. That we can connect to at later points as well. So this is sort of... This will be useful for the future. It looks really dumb right now, but it will, I promise, be useful for the future. And let me go ahead and bring this to there, I think. I think that's the right distance. And then I think there. Then this should be able to go across as close as I can get it to being perfect. Again, I think that's going to be about as close as I'm going to get. Go to there, and then go to there. Now let's move this bunker. We'll move the bunker to that spot. We'll get rid of the taxi stands, and we'll move the radio mast to there. Bulldoze that road, and bring this to that spot. Maybe bring it in a little bit further. Bring it to that spot and to there. So that, in theory, should work. In theory. That's a heck of a theory, but in theory that should work. Now what I think I would like to do here is say that that's going to be a one-way road going to the right there. And then I think that should be a one-way road going in there. I think that might be a good idea. So hopefully that works. It should pull some of the traffic around at least. Then these guys can obviously get out fairly easily there. I mean, traffic's using it, which is nice. I also realized I probably should have just connected that straight down, shouldn't I? That would have made a lot more sense. Or have the one that brings you out of the area come off of there. And then the one that brings you in go in there. I really could have made that look so much. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. That looks better. Much, much better. Although it does sort of block off any expansion to the right here. It's, I think it works. I do. I do think it works. Obviously, if you look at my current money, though, I did spend a lot on this. I spent so much on this. Really shouldn't have done that, but, there you go. These things happen from time to time. Sometimes you spend a lot of money on something and then immediately regret it. That's what I've done here. I will say, I kind of like that there is this one-way system here, though. I think that could be interesting. I think that could definitely be interesting. So, I guess we'll see what happens with that. I am sort of feeling this bit here in the middle should probably be a two-way road. Whether or not that works... Actually, no, that's a terrible idea. That is a pretty bad idea, because those are small little bits of road, aren't they? Ooh, I might have done a bad here. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I think for the time being, it'll work. Just purely based on the fact that they don't really have anywhere else they can go. There's not enough traffic to block all of that up. But I think that'll be good, because it will let the traffic just sort of move in a pretty good way. Now let's have a look over here. So this road has three ways to go. It can go left, right, and straight on. This one can go straight on and right. So what that tells me is this bit of road here needs to dip down. I think. Let's do that. Because I want this to have a lot of different ways to go. So letting it go to the left through that area seems like a good way to give all 6 lanes a bit of purpose. Then what we do is we dip down here. Then we go up. We dip down there and we go up to, that is 12 actually, so that's fine. Then we dip down here and go up to, there, I guess. I don't think they're exactly the same, but they'll do the job. Let's go underground and connect those together. And upgrade you as well. There we go. So that should help that area to just flow that little bit better, which is exactly what we want. So that's good. That's good stuff. It gives this road some good old purpose. It does sort of limit traffic here, though, because traffic here can't actually cross over to that other side. So I think adding a little bit of a, having that dip down might have been a good idea. But let's just try connecting there and see what happens. That might help a little bit. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Thus far, I'm not too worried about that space, though, because, I mean, it's going to be fine. We do have some residential demand, though, so let's go ahead and fill up some more space around here. So we'll do those 2 squares, and we'll do all of them, actually. And then I do want to do some commercial in the middle of that one. So we'll see how this flows. I am actually kind of curious to see how traffic flows around this area. Hopefully fairly well. Hopefully. Now, there are traffic lights there. That could become a bit of a worry. Oh boy. We'll see what happens. Either way, it is another connection that should take the load off of this road, and it will be useful in the future because we'll probably end up connecting it to the highway out there. So we'll see what happens. We're also making over $10,000 right now, which is beautiful stuff. Although we do still have pretty high industrial demand. Let's see. Elementary capacity is higher than the current eligible amount. That's fine. High school capacity is a bit lower than the eligible amount. That's actually okay as well. It's just out of the yellow. That means that we will always have people available for whatever job, you know, a low-end job, whatever. If a place wants to hire people that aren't necessarily as well educated, then it has the opportunity. And then university's fine. If someone's eligible for university, they can go to university. That's the way we work things in Pepper Lake. Now, I will say, I think it could be interesting to get another industrial zone in here. So I'm going to clear out that space, and I'm going to turn it into high-density commercial. And I'm going to clear out that space there. And I'm going to turn that all into office zoning. Then what I want to do is run a little road up there just to divide those areas. And there's a lot of traffic going that way. Good lord. There is a lot of traffic moving that way. That's actually backing up quite a bit, which is worrying, to say the least. Let's have a look. Where's it all coming from? I guess a lot of it is just flowing along these roads, isn't it? That said, I mean, a decent amount of it's flowing this way as well. And then getting stuck because of this little road here. So let's delete that and see what happens. It should be able to flow a lot better with that system, I think. Yeah, that actually seems to be helping a lot. So I kind of like that. I don't really know how I'm gonna connect to future areas here. Like expanding to the right here. I'm not really sure how we're gonna work that, but we'll work it eventually. I think we'll make it work eventually. I'm not too worried. Anyway, we still have some pretty high residential demand. We also have that industrial demand still. So what I want to do is come across here to about that point. Oh, that doesn't actually line up. That's interesting. That doesn't actually line up as a as an even grid. I mean, it does line up in terms of zoning and all that, but it wasn't absolutely perfect, which is a little annoying, but that's going to have to do. But let's go to there and to there. Bring that across and through there, and bring a road through there as well. And that can just be a new industrial zone, basically. Just a bit more industry kind of right there in the middle to provide some more basic jobs for everybody. So we'll fill up those squares. We'll fill up this space with some more office zoning. I'll put some office zoning on that round bit of road as well, because we might as well. So fill all of that up. Get some people working in there. Should look kind of interesting. And we'll leave that bit open as it is. Now let's deal with this residential zoning then. I'm not really sure what way to deal with it, because I don't really know how I'm gonna build down here. I guess what I'll do is come over to this space. We are back up to $232,000 already. Good lord. We'll come over here. We'll go like that. We'll go like that. We'll go like that. And then we'll bring this over to say there. And then that should, yeah, that connects up there perfectly. So that's gonna be a new residential zone. Although we could do a little bit of commercial in this space over here. I think that could be nice. So let's just turn that road into a just a standard road like that. And then we can also come off of there like that or something. I don't know. That's maybe not going to be the most efficient thing in the world, but we'll deal with it when we deal with it, I guess. Let me do that. Is that? I thought that was curved there. I don't know why I looked at that and thought it was curved, but it looked curved to me. Let's see. Do that as well. And do that as well. Obviously, the zoning in the middle there is a bit weird, but we'll not worry too much about it. Let me also do, I guess, a similar layout here. So just something a bit like this to, yeah, I like that. I like that. That'll be good. That'll be good for zoning. Let's, I guess, well, zone it. Well, no, we'll not do that first. We'll put in some pedestrian paths around here, because this is actually a pretty good little space for them. So we'll just bring them over like that as well. So you can walk around that area. Then you're going to be able to walk across this one, which hopefully the pedestrians will actually want to do. We'll do that. There we go. So yeah, you can walk around those areas. I think that's going to be good. I reckon we could do some high-density commercial in there. And then I do think we'll just do residential for the rest of it. So that's all residential. That's all residential. This bit, I was saying would be like commercial or something, wasn't I? So I guess we could do that. We'll do a couple of parks. And then we'll do the commercial zoning there as well. That looks alright to me, though. I really do like that. We're at 24,000, almost 25,000 people already. Not bad. Let's see. We're gonna want to run a pipe across there. And down like that. We're gonna want to run a pipe like that as well. And then bring this across like that as well. Alright, that'll be good. We are having some water problems, though, so let's get a couple more of these guys in here. So we'll throw one there. We'll throw two of them in just because we can. Just like that. Then in terms of sewage, we actually do have the water treatment plant. So let me actually just, let me bulldoze these guys, because they aren't necessarily the cleanest. And put a couple of the water treatment plants just along this coastline here. So I think 3 of them? Possibly? Is 3 of them enough? We're gonna find out. Alright, we have no sewage treatment at the moment. But that's not actually... 3 of those guys isn't actually enough. Alright. Let me bulldoze that wind turbine for a second. Then let me bulldoze those pipes. Let me just bulldoze all of these pipes, actually, because it's all a little bit messy. We'll get another one of these just there. And another one there. And that works. That should work. Once they get fired up, they nearly work. I think one more might be the way to go. So let's just throw it in there. And connect it to there. Alright, so they obviously need electricity as well, so let's just throw a wind turbine there, and another one there. There we go. So those guys are going to function, it's going to be good. A lot of people here complaining about not enough workers. They need uneducated workers. They're not getting educated workers. That will solve itself, though, as time progresses. Electricity problems as well. That was unexpected. Didn't expect to be having electricity problems right away. But there you go. Let's just get a new one of those guys in there. And there we go. That should solve all of those problems. Let's have a look at the budget as well. So, ooh, yeah, I forgot about the high density taxes. Let's knock those all up to 11% there, which is bringing me up to 13,500, 14,000, 15, 16. Oh my god, it's still going. Are we gonna get like $20,000 per week? You know what? We might. No, $19,500 per week at the moment is what we're making. That's kind of ridiculous. That is kind of ridiculous money. But I'm okay with that. I would like to try a little something here, though. I wonder if I could get... Would it be silly to try and connect, like, bring a bit off of this incoming road and have it connect to here? I'm wanting to try it. I think that could be useful. I don't know. Maybe it would be silly. I think we'll just we'll leave this road as is. It was really expensive to build. I think it would be completely unnecessary to try and rework it already. It is functioning. Traffic is moving. People are coming into the city over on this side. They're getting about. This area is still sort of as busy as ever, but I really like this area. It's growing on me, the mess. Also, all the tunnels and all that stuff. It's just kind of cool. And the fact that this one entrance to the city isn't, like, backed up at the moment. Also, more to the point, well, okay. It's backed up a little bit. But it's a roundabout that's kind of functioning. And if you've watched me play City Skylines for a while, you'll know that I've tried to build roundabouts so many times. And it rarely ever works. But this one's not doing a bad job. This one is definitely not doing a bad job. What is your complaint? Oh, wow. Oh yeah, I forgot to give you guys water. Yeah, that would certainly annoy me. Were I in your situation, that seems fair. You are complaining about too few services. Really? You've got death care, you've got health care, you've got fire care, you've got police care. What are you complaining about? Schools? I've no idea. I've actually got no idea what those guys are complaining about. So, I guess they're just gonna complain. It's gonna be a perpetual cycle of complaining. It's a very British thing, actually. Let's see. Could I expand this area over here? Over here, excuse me. My throat's apparently having a bit of a problem. Expand this area over here, just up like this. To fill out that space a little bit more. I think that might be a good idea. Then bring a smaller avenue over, I guess? So a smaller avenue over like that, which doesn't actually seem like a bad idea. It should work with the zoning. Bring a couple of roads down like that. So we're not going to be connecting to that smaller avenue. Not at the bottom anyway. And then just fill that up with zoning, I guess. I will do these paths through the middle again, though, because I quite like doing those. And it can connect to there. So it splits that area up quite evenly. And that actually looks kind of cool. So let's get some pipes into that space. And just like that as well. Then we'll spread out some zoning. So I'll do... commercial around that bit. I'll do residential in all of those bits. And I think I'll do some offices in there. I think that'll look pretty cool. Once that all gets built up. And ladies and gents, I'm actually going to leave it there for today. And I'm going to pause the game before we wrap things up. Because I'm going to go ahead. And I'm actually going to... I'm going to buy another tile. And I think I want to buy this one. And I could buy another one, but I'm not going to because that'll trigger more disasters. But I'm going to buy this one because I would like to, sooner as opposed to later, get connected to this highway over here. I think that'd be a really, really good idea, especially since that was kind of the point of these roads. What I might do is make some kind of intersection here so that highway can connect at this corner. That might be a better way to do things. But that is going to trigger either a new tornado or a sinkhole or something. Having another tile seems to be how you trigger those disasters, which is why I've paused. So... oh, wow, that's a lot of traffic backing up across that bridge. I'm gonna want to look into that. Definitely gonna want to look into that. I wonder if a lot of that's coming from the city entrance, though. It probably is. That's probably the problem. Either way, next episode, we are probably gonna have some kind of disaster that we need to deal with. So we're going to want to get more disaster response units into Pepper Lake. We're also going to want to connect over here so that traffic can use this second highway as opposed to just using the one city entrance. Either way, thank you kind of for watching. This has been City Skylines. I believe it's part 6 of the Tornado Country Let's Play, so it's a bunch of fun. Thank you kind of for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!